Today is the evening of November 1st. Let's first review last week's market and the October performance, then talk about the outlook for next week and for November as a whole. Last week covered October 27th to November 2nd. Bitcoin's weekly high closed at $116,399, reaching two of my targets, but not the third. The weekly low was $106,313, hitting the first target and getting close to the second. Back in mid-October, when Bitcoin hadn't stabilized above 113,000, I immediately reminded everyone that this rebound before the end of the month would be a weak one. On October 17th, I gave the weak rebound range between 113,000 and 116,000, and suggested that those who were holding heavy positions should take the chance to cash out some profits. Then, on the 28th, that move ended, and from the 29th onward, I turned bearish. Personally, I expected October to mark the highest point of this year's annual line. In the next 2 months, we might not see new highs or new lows. How things actually play out will depend on the market's own choice, but I think it's perfectly normal if the market enters a correction or a large sideways range for the remaining 2 months. This view is based on my belief that the bull market is not over yet. Ethereum's weekly high closed at $4,400, hitting all of its upside targets. Its weekly low was $3,680, completing the first downside target and getting close to the second, with only a 20-point margin. Let's also look back at the October monthly chart. Bitcoin's October high was $126,199, completing all upside targets. The October low was $102,180, also perfectly matching all the downside targets, with only a 220-point difference. Ethereum's highest point was $4,754, and the lowest point was $3,341, with a 41-point margin of error. So, overall, the framework we gave on September 7th worked out excellently. If you feel like you didn't make much profit or are even losing money, then the first thing is to stay calm. Take a moment to analyze what went wrong and keep your mindset steady. For those who followed my metaphysical philosophy, you probably know I'm a believer in fatalism. But I don't think fatalism is the same as pessimism. Take investing, for example. A pessimistic person is already someone who doesn't believe they can win. But someone truly determined to win, how could they give up halfway? That's why I believe every second of my life is already destined to happen. My only task is to live each day as it comes. My fatalism goes so deep that I believe even every blink, every unconscious movement of a finger is predetermined. Since that's the case, there's no point regretting or feeling anxious about what's already happened. That only makes you more exhausted. So even if you made money at some point this year, if your overall fate wasn't favorable, destiny might take it away in another form. If you haven't succeeded in investing this year, just treat it as a phase of accumulation. We can use this time to reflect and grow stronger. As long as you truly believe that you will win in the end, everything you're going through right now is just a necessary step on the road to victory. This entire year's performance has also proven that financial astrology really works, because I believe that every frame of the future already exists in the universe. Observation doesn't change it. Whether a prediction is accurate or not depends only on skill. To me, there isn't a single person in this world who can resist motion. Whether I'm typing this script right now, or you're about to go buy a bottle of milk, or a leaf is about to fall from a tree, all of these are unstoppable movements. Since every motion is determined by the physical state of the previous moment, the evolution of the universe is a continuous, irreversible trajectory. That means the entire sequence of a person's life already exists within the structure of time in the universe. We're not creating the future. We're simply completing second by second the motions that were already written. Think about it. Can you truly make your body or your mind completely still? Only people with years of deep practice can maintain that stillness for long. But eventually, even they will move again. This is my personal philosophy, and it's been the foundation of my metaphysical perspective to this day. Now back to the topic. Let's review the October 10th poll results. Where would Bitcoin go in late October? Break above 130,000, drop to 90,000, or stay neutral around 110 to 120,000? There were 94 votes, and now it seems that those who chose the neutral range were correct. A few days ago, I already shared my outlook for the remaining 2 months, but let's go over it again. Don't forget to follow the daily updates to verify step by step. As I said before, November 10th and 11th mark the beginning of Jupiter and Mercury retrograde, so I'll be turning bearish from there. Before that, we're likely to see either upward movement or sideways consolidation. November 28th to 30th will be an important window because Saturn and Mercury will end their retrogrades one after another. This is significant for Bitcoin since Saturn's retrograde had been suppressing its upward trend. When Saturn ends its retrograde, it could help Bitcoin. But remember, Saturn represents delay and slowness, so the effect won't appear immediately. What happens next still depends on the market's confirmation. Other views remain the same. No major changes. We're still waiting for Q2 next year. As always, this is for reference only, just my personal opinion. Next week covers November 3rd to 10th. I won't read out the specific price levels. You can take a screenshot if you want to keep them. Bitcoin needs to hold above $110,900 to aim for the upward targets. Ethereum needs to hold above $3,980 to aim higher. If they can't hold above those mid-levels, you should clearly understand that the upward targets will no longer be possible. And finally, for November's monthly targets, Bitcoin needs to stay above $112,700, and Ethereum still focuses on $3,980. Alright, that's it for today. Weekly forecasts should never be viewed alone. They must be combined with daily and monthly charts. The daily charts fill in what the weekly might miss. I wish you all the best. May you buy at the bottom and sell at the top. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you found this helpful. Send this to your friends too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.